She's not only been the voice of some of the most recognizable faces within the anime world, and also an amazing singer, she's also not too bad on the eyes either. We're going seiyuu for this one. In this episode of Otaku Files, it's time to talk about the popular voice actress Uchida Maaya. Most of us outside of Japan may not be aware of some of the more interesting personalities within the Japanese otaku landscape, so I thought I'd do a little video series and try to shed some light on these individuals. This is Otaku Files. Anyone familiar with Japanese voice actresses would most likely know who Uchida Maaya is, often being in the top spot of popularity rankings for seiyuu, the Japanese word for voice actor/actress. If you watch anime, you have undoubtedly come across a character she's voiced. She's known for voicing Chuunibyou characters and being a bit of a Chuunibyou herself. We'll get more into that later, but first, as usual, let's go back a bit. Born and raised in Tokyo, Maaya says that as a child she was very shy and used to cry a lot. However, she also has an adventurous side, and apparently one day when she was 6, she rode on her bicycle with her 3-year-old brother to her grandmother's house without letting her parents know. Luckily, she was spotted by some of her mother's friends who ended up calling her mother. Maaya's otaku side started coming out from a really young age. When she was in elementary school, she loved the characters from the anime Nintama Rantaro. An interesting fact about Nintama Rantaro is that despite being an anime geared towards kids, it had an overwhelmingly large adult female fan base. Yeah. Anyway, Maaya also started getting into video games around that time, playing games like Pokemon and Final Fantasy VII. During her middle school years, she really loved Japanese history and culture. Wanting to have a job strong in those elements, Maaya thought of becoming a maiko in Kyoto. FYI, a maiko is the name of a geisha apprentice. Perhaps related to that, she even joined her school's drama club, but stopped going after 2 years because apparently she got into an argument with the teacher. Maaya explains that her teacher didn't seem to like her very much and stopped her from taking part in plays, despite there being only around 5 students in total. Her teacher said to Maaya that she just lacked quote-unquote something, which is why they didn't let her perform. Bummer. She still had her dream though, and declared that instead of going to high school, she was going to Kyoto to become a maiko. Her family said no. And that was the end of that. However, it seems that she wasn't the only otaku in the house, as one thing that both her and her family did enjoy was playing video games. Maaya is known to be an avid gamer who played for hours upon end back in the day, and as a result, she started considering working at a games company. But being a part of the drama club did make Maaya understand she also enjoyed acting. Being into characters that appeared in video games, etc., she started looking at the path of becoming a seiyuu, wanting to voice those kind of characters herself. However, she was a bit torn between deciding to go to voice acting school or university. Some of you might already know, but there's actually a lot of people here in Japan that wish to become a seiyuu. With so much competition, only a small percentage actually go on to have a successful career as one. During high school, Maaya visited a few different voice acting schools during their open days to see what they were like. At the end, she finally decided to apply for the voice acting school Nichinare, short for Nihon Narration Engeki Kenkyujo. The reason being, she saw how much fun everybody was having during the 3-hour lesson she was sitting in on. Not only that, despite applying a bit late, Nichinare were really kind and responsive, making her feel like they were the right choice. Interestingly, her class was actually only once a week for 3 hours, but it was jam-packed, and for the rest of the week, Maaya would get together with her classmates to practice. She went all out, buying all kinds of scripts to practice with, and even bought a voice recorder. She trained hard to be a seiyuu, but loved her time at the voice acting school, making a lot of friends. There were also tough times though, like when she would get scolded by the teacher and end up wondering if she was really cut out to be a seiyuu. But she also really had supportive teachers and classmates that helped her overcome many hurdles. While she was still in Nichire and as a part of her training period, in 2009 she also made her voice acting debut in the OVA for a popular web manga called Boku Otariman, playing various roles. The following year she joined the voice talent agency I'm Enterprise Inc. Now, as awesome and exciting as that all sounds, it's what happened in 2011 that made Maaya happy that she chose to be a seiyuu. She made her first video game voice acting debut. It was for the game Gyarugun. Gyarugun is a bishoujo rail shooter. Instead of shooting bullets, you shoot pheromone shots, and your enemies are love-obsessed schoolgirls. And no, this isn't a hentai type of game, but as you might have guessed, it does have a lot of fan service. She played one of the heroines named Sakurazaki Kaoruko. Surprisingly, Maaya didn't actually know the game had any raunchy lines in it, and was a bit shocked when she was handed the script during the audition. When she asked for more information, she came to understand it was just a really silly game. But besides being her video game voice acting debut, according to Maaya, this was the first role she actually passed the audition for since she left Nichinare, so she was pretty nervous when playing Kaoruko. Being nervous kept her on her toes though, which made her take the role that much more seriously. I've actually heard about this game before and didn't know she voiced a character in it. Maybe I'll give it a try for research purposes. Yeah. Maaya actually voice acted in quite a few anime around those years, but it's said she started to catch the eye, or should I say ears, of otaku for her role in the anime Sankarea as the main protagonist and heroine going by the same name, Sankarea. A girl who through a series of events turns into a zombie and starts living with the other main character, Furuya Chihiro. Apparently this was the first time Maaya voiced a protagonist, marking a turning point in her career. But when I think of Uchida Maaya, and I'm sure it's the same for many of you too, I think of the role she got within that same year of 2012, Takahashi Rikka, the main heroine of the anime Chuunibyou demo koi ga shitai. I have touched upon this before in a different video, but let me explain what Chuunibyou means before going any further. Literally translated as second year of middle school syndrome, Chuunibyou is a colloquial term that describes young teens who have quote-unquote grandiose delusions. Apparently its origins can be traced back to the comedian Hikaru Ijuin, who used the term on his radio show as a part of a joke in the late 90s, reflecting on his own experiences, but it didn't hold the same meaning as it does now. Using the term in a sense of quirky things that you said or thought back in middle school that could be funny thinking about it now or relatable to other listeners. He then made it a regular segment, getting listeners to submit their Chuunibyou moments. Although this lasted for only around 2 months or so, the term showed up again on the Japanese interwebs around the mid-2000s, being used especially in the anonymous messaging forum 2chan. However, it's here that the term's meaning started to change, now being used with a more negative nuance. Eventually, a number of tropes surrounding Chuunibyou would develop about the kinds of things that they would say and do, usually weird stuff connected to themselves and the supernatural, like saying their right arm is tingling due to their suppressed powers, or that they're being chased by an organization. They often go into strange monologues, as if everyone is paying complete attention to them. The eye patch, like what Takahashi Rikka wears, is also a classic Chuunibyou characteristic. Anyway, let's get back to Maaya. Based on the light novel written by Torako, Chuunibyou demo koi ga shitai is a romantic comedy following the story of Yuta Togashi, who tried escaping his Chuunibyou past by having a fresh start in high school, only to end up being involved with a Chuunibyou girl in his class. That girl, of course, being Takahashi Rikka. The anime series was a massive hit, and many attribute this to Uchida Maaya's character, placing Maaya right into the otaku spotlight. Further proof of Maaya's superb voice acting abilities would be proven by her winning the Seiyuu Award in 2014 for Best Rookie Actress. But stop right there, some of you might be saying, what about Kanzaki Ranko? Yes, Takahashi Rikka wasn't the first Chuunibyou character Maaya voiced. Technically speaking, it's said to have been Kanzaki Ranko from the mobile game Idolmaster Cinderella Girls, a 14-year-old with a pretty severe case of Chuunibyou. In any case, undoubtedly Maaya's fanbase grew exponentially between 2012 and 2014, as well as gaining an association with voicing Chuunibyou characters. However, another big factor that seemed to draw otaku to Maaya as she started to appear in many different TV shows is her bright personality and impressive banter skills. Also, the fact that she seems to be a bit of a Chuunibyou herself. Some of her Chuunibyou stories include writing the kanji for love, aka I, on her forehead during her middle school years because she was a fan of Gaara from Naruto, although apparently she only did this at home. She was also a big fan of Tifa from Final Fantasy VII and would try to copy her. This would include making her hair long, wearing thick boots, and also wearing earrings of the same design. Probably thanks to Maaya's newfound popularity, we started to see her venture into different activities. In the same year she won the award, 2014, she released her debut single Sousho Innocence. This was actually used as the opening theme song for the anime adaptation of the manga series Akuma no Ridoru. A debut single being used as an anime opening should show you how popular she had become. Not only that, within that same year for the first time, Maaya adorned the cover of Weekly Young Jump in a swimsuit. Apparently this was a big deal at the time. I bet you could hear the tingling of right arms everywhere. Maaya still continues her activities movies, and honestly, her career is really impressive. She not only sings, does radio shows, does voice acting for tons of anime and games, she also does voice dubbing work for movies, has appeared physically in TV dramas, movies, and has even appeared on stage. If there's one thing for sure, Maaya loves what she does, and I don't think she plans on stopping anytime soon. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is the first time I'm covering a seiyuu. Please let me know if you'd like to see me cover more seiyuu, and also who you would like me to cover if that's the case. But otherwise, you will see more videos of idols, of course, alternative idols, etc, etc. So look forward to that. Anyway, thank you so much guys for watching. Take care. Peace. Bye.